G'day punters, welcome to the mailbag previewing headquarters Flemington and a quick little look to the City of Churches, boys. Adelaide at Morphettville. We've got one there for you. Big week for the mailbag and the little birdie team. We've got the Stratosphere. We'll be betting and streaming for 6+ hours from Pete's penthouse here and Barker's. We will be consuming Mountain Goat Lager after the betting has been done. Thanks to Goat Lager for supporting the mailbag, as you always have and should always do. And also, for those, we've had a few messages, a few complaints that it's just all about beer. Rob Scurry has put us onto the Sidewood Adelaide Hills Shiraz 2018. It's an outstanding drop, tipping it big time, Pete. You knocked over a few of these on, I believe, Tuesday night, maybe 3 bottles in fact, and you're still not 100% sweet.
What do you mean not 100% sweet?
Well, you're never 100% sweet, but you're not back to your like 80% sweet levels that you normally sort of hover around. See what I'm saying? Not a lot is coming out of his mouth at the moment.
Still
shout out to that guy who tweeted it. I just love that tweet. Powered by puntingform.com.au, the database we all use, and also betfair.com.au. Betfair Live, outstanding tool. You should be looking at it if you haven't already. Josh, welcome to the mailbag. How you going?
Not too bad.
How's
Surviving.
COVID been?
Pretty good. As an introvert, I like to sort of just nestle down and do my thing, crunch some data, get in the dark rooms.
Crunch the numbers?
Yep.
Are you an introvert? Is that what that is? Would you be?
I'm from a different planet. I'm not even sure I get a classification. I've got a spirit animal inhabiting me at the moment.
He's got a unique
What's that spirit animal?
profile.
Spirit animal.
What sort of animal is it?
It's a blend.
Blend of what? It's got to be something that likes to hold hands and walk.
No,
Would you say it's like one of those new black cockatoos you've seen like flying around Melbourne? That they've now been
The black
imported?
cockatoos shower 3 times a week.
Huh?
I don't know.
I don't know. Do they also send winning betting advice?
I do.
Peter, despite some of his personal habits, he has really found some proper momentum last night, yeah? You're confident.
It was decent.
Confident as ever. That was like, was there 1 or 2 that lost, and those 2 savaged the line? Like it was just
Every 50s.
Yeah, at 50 to 1.
Yeah.
The betting advice is outstanding.
Super.
I'm super excited to sort of launch late. Hopefully the stream can kick on for another 2 hours because we're betting all the races at the
We'll
Belmont.
just touch on that because there are no Belmont markets up at the moment. So,
Rah.
God forbid, what's going to happen on Saturday if we start firing a few little pellets at them late? They might shit themselves.
Well, at least we know we'll get on, but it'll be like a proper head-to-head versus top sport. They won't be able to get any of it off.
Yeah.
Because they just get knocked back by everyone.
And the
Because
mailbag
there's no
subs,
minimum bet laws.
Yeah, and mailbag subs will be getting it at the same time. So fair or crunch, and the whole thing will just explode, and it'll be outstanding.
Can't wait. Peter is on fire at the moment. You can get his product at themailbag.com.au. It's called the Pistol Gropers. It's a reference to Western Australia and nothing he sort of does personally. We're going to look at Flemington, our headquarters, where the rail's out 9 metres, Peter. Josh?
I'll take your word for it.
How do we... 8 metres, is it? Yeah, 8 metres.
8 metres. Rails out 8.
Any idea, any inklings into what that might mean for the punters at home in regard to reading the track play, or should we leave that for the stream?
Probably, I'd just say midfield to off pace sometimes. I'd like to think of Flemington as.
Fair.
Yeah, I sort of negate if you're actually a leader. On pace, probably suited as well. Possibly with cover wide, maybe, especially during the day. Rail might chop out a bit.
I think it's a great point. It's a watch and learn rail position. Good rain at the start of the week, no rain back half of the week, as dry and as warm as you're going to get this time of year.
2 weeks ago, they ran there, I think, last, and rail was closer to the true. I don't know if it wasn't true.
It was a heavy 8 that day, though.
Heavy 8, so I think the inside might still be recovering from that and all the rain last couple of weeks.
Yep.
I imagine that inside will chop out through the day, so it'd be wide. Coming wide, you'd want to be.
Agreed. Pistol?
Hmm?
Yeah. Race 3.
I'm looking at race 3.
Up comes the synthetic hold, punters, and then there's a speed map, courtesy of yours truly. Interesting race. I am pretty keen to bet, but I'll let you guys go first. Well, I'll let Josh go first. And Pete, just sort of chime in over the top if you do find an angle for the punter at home. Cool, Josh.
I thought that if anyone's a subscriber to Punting Form, this was a tricky map. I changed around the Punting Form one a little bit to my own taste because there was no natural leaders really in the race, I thought. I thought
Dargo might roll across with Epsom Days.
Independent Road, I thought might kick up, and Dargo. And I thought Persan and Epsom Days will be behind them. So the favourite might actually be dead last and have a lot of work to do. Saying that, it's Flemington, so it should be fairly even over 2,000 metres with the best jockey in the state on.
In the state?
But I don't...
In the state? Maybe of all time?
Yeah, well...
All hail the great one.
No offence to the great man.
Who do you reckon is the best rider in Australia right now? You a Pike man, Pete?
No.
I thought maybe Carleen Heffel or Laura Lafferty. Thoughts, Pistol?
Versus SP, Carleen's actually...
Carleen.
Smashing it.
She's smashing SP.
Carleen.
Sorry, I stopped your roll there, I apologise.
Anyway, this race is interesting. Probably trying to bet around the favourite. Persan will be a bet for me, along with Dargo, if they can roll forward. And just hold on for dear life with Coolth. Probably going to be... The Murray Bridge run was super. If you watch that back, with probably... I don't look into track patterns too much on the day, but that looked like it was a massive run there at Murray Bridge last start.
Peter, me?
Hyper Cane.
I was just about to bag that horse.
Adelaide Guinea's form's looking pretty hot.
Yep.
Nice little splits there.
Got home pretty nicely versus the day there last start, Peter.
Yeah.
I did note that down.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Yeah.
Look, I thought Highland Jack's just continually slaughtered. Drawn barrier 1. I suspect he gets a much better go of it here, but still... I think if he gets sort of $12, $15, which it well could here, you don't want to lose on it. Does get Craig. It's going to be ridden better than it's been ridden. Not so much just because of Craig, but the draw suits better here. He's a Fox is currently $10, $12. I reckon it gets closer to 20s come jump. There is no form out of that Sandown race where it won. Not a lot of form at all through its preparation so far. The map's awful. It's got 62 kilos and Craig knew it. I think it's...
What do we think about Independent Road? Have we sacked it?
No.
It's on a quick backup.
No. You've sacked it because it got 62 kilos. But if this thing gets out to sort of north of $15, I think again like Highland Jack and Independent Road are kind of like the same horses to me. They're capable horses who will win sooner or later, and at the right price. I think if you're going to get involved in a race, you want them to be neutral for you.
Yeah. I'm
happy to be hard against Ollie here on Coolth. It's priced like it's a superstar. It's drawn barrier 12 with 60.5 kilos. It's got no speed. In a race with no speed, he's going to have to go back and he either has to wait for a tow or build into the race early and ask this horse to do a lot of work. I don't like it at all.
Another one that's sort of untapped, which has got the same sort of potential as the favourite, is Art RS. Now, Haynes put Talia Hope on, but she can work into the back.
It's been back.
And so that's also something it could actually settle much more forward.
Well, we talked about this once at Flemington, remember? I said that she's not a great rider yet.
No.
But she's likely going to get the back of Damien Oliver.
Yeah, exactly.
So she doesn't have to do a lot of thinking.
Yeah.
Just hold on.
Yeah. Whether or not she goes at the right time with Ollie is another thing that I notice with some jockeys that they take too long and they forget, get sleepy, and they could have had the winning ride. But yeah, it'll be interesting. Wide with cover could be good by even race 3. Really watch and learn from the first 2 races, even though the first one's a sprint, and I think the second one might be as well.
I want to back Flanders Rain pretty heavily. Back each way if I tell you play at home. The barrier draw's not great. 61 kilos is not outstanding. Fred, he rode a winner yesterday. Was a pretty good ride on Converging. I graded myself up not backing it because he was riding it at the price. I think you'll get sort of $12, $15. I think it's a fair price. He just blend in, be strong late. I agree with Parzan or Perzan. It's interesting horse here. Interesting race. Happy to get against the favourite and against Hyper Cane and against Highland Jack.
Yep.
Unless Highland Jack drifts right out, I wouldn't care what the market did. I'd then readjust. Race 8, boys and girls. There's the speed map. Up comes the synthetic hold. Our Galileo, interesting, was specced yesterday. There was a bit of a crunch. When I watched the trials, didn't think they were outstanding. Horse goes good fresh.
Yep.
But I'm happy to be against it after watching the trials. I think Romancer was backed well enough last start at an unsuitable trip, unsuitable race, unsuitable shape.
Its form around. It hasn't missed a place at track and distance.
Loves it.
The
Loves
gate
it.
was the only thing that hated me, but I'll
I
take
think you roll forward from there and sit like OSL or 1-1.
1-1. I think if you can get 1-1, $17 is an absolute.
Kenya, you just got to wait and watch the market late. They just keep that thing safe because they're scared of Lloyd.
Kenya's jump outs were interesting. I didn't watch the first one it had. It's had 3. The second one was huge, went well. Third was just like a typical real cold ride, just get it fit.
Hard camp to catch from a jump out.
Interesting horse though, because it's Irish form. Yeah, it could just win this, and it's won over the distance in its early, I think 3-year-old form over there. So interesting, watch that one.
I thought I was really interested to see where they took Vacillator and Aishin Rook next up.
Vacillator savaged the line in the Iconoclasm race.
Yeah.
Bigger run than the winner, I thought. And it's still got little to no weight on its back.
I just think
Great
that
sticks.
Iconoclasm's going to get a better run here than it got in that race, and Vacillator's probably going to get a worse run.
Yeah, there's not much. Yeah, Craig will have to be pretty nifty from
I think
brigade.
Iconoclasm deserves to go off favourite. I don't think it will because it's got so much weight. Ollie's riding with 61.5. I think this will get run a race, despite the big weight. I think it'll go extremely close, and when and if it got done or runs like 3rd or 4th, it's to be the weight that stopped it line.
I think this is a great betting race though. I think that if you want to take on the import first up, then it's a great point to start with. Also, Serious Suspect gets a stitch over 1400. It's a 1200 metre course.
Why wasn't it going down the straight? I found that odd.
Sarpasan just.
The
I don't know if
Toyota's
this is
just
like
lost it. It needs to get a service.
Yeah, it's like a Tesla running out of energy. Elon Hassan's run.
The race,
Big time.
the race is bettable because, I'm happy to be against Kenya, and Outrageous is pretty short.
But I think that's the one that you want to be with in the market.
No, I'm happy to be against Kenya, Outrageous, and Serious Suspect at that.
But it's tricky. It's figures late.
Rockstar Castles as a
week.
track and trip specialist, but it's been SPing like around $30 and off all perf. I'm happy to risk it at that price.
Yeah.
I think you can just back Iconoclasm, you can back Vacillator, you can back Romancer. They're your main 3 plays in this race. You're going to get great odds.
Is there any love for Sotsman
Mossendale? Not first up with Dartmanin.
He's come across.
What about on Tuesday at the Bull? A little birdie told me that someone who would know backed Grey Khan to win north of half a milli. Did you see what happened to it?
Yeah,
it was fucking bolting on the turn.
And then
it was
can't
home.
Go past 100.
You're gonna win over half a milli, and then a $100 shot. Oh, fetal position. Race 9. Pistol. What would you think?
From my 3.5 minute look, I wanted to find Outrageous, but I completely agree. I thought it was a bit short. I was actually leaning towards Vacillator. But
thank you, Peter. Race 9, speed map and synthetic hold time. Up it comes punters. I have backed Kurame at $18 for the Little Birdies Punters Club as Stratosphere. Backed to win 100,000 with other people's money, mine included in the Punters Club. I just thought it was the wrong price. Blinkers on. I'm not sure if Yendel's going to ride or if he's going to go to Cassidy. But if he stays, I'm happy. I don't care who replaces him at that price with the blinkers on. I think we're half tipping that it might race sort of midfield couple off and run on out of the wide lanes here. This is exactly the run this horse gets. It's got the biggest figure in the race. It gets blinkers on. It's coming off a good track instead of a lot of these coming off heavy tracks or synthetic tracks. The favourite's coming off bashing up horses on a synthetic track.
Yeah.
Like, it's outrageous to be the favourite. Track play is key to how you play this race. Our Burke could finally, for the first time this preparation, get a ride that suits from that barrier draw with this map. Interested in it. I could make cases for Saxon outside that, like even down to She Shall Fly, who's a $34 chance. But I'm keen. I think Kurame north of $15, north of $14 is a good value bet for you guys at home.
Yeah.
Peter,
I got nothing.
Josh.
I've got close to nothing. Interesting blinkers first time and Benny going on. Wild Vixen for Levi Kavanagh. Come off a very fast run race, the Les Chevalier race. So who knows? You know, it could
Looks like Adam Sandler, doesn't he?
could go well.
It's strange seeing.
Don't you reckon?
It's strange seeing Curly in the flesh for the first time.
Curly's just showed up, butters.
We've
Anyway,
raced-
we'll
we've
quickly
raced.
finish the show. You want to come and say hello? Sot? No, he's hiding. He's very shy sometimes. We'll finish off in Adelaide. Morpurville, race 5.
Oh,
Number 2, Lombardo, $3 at the moment, available across the multiple joints. I wanted to back this horse wherever it went next start. This looks like a really easy race. Gets the blinkers on. Lake's Folly couldn't beat fucking Richard right enough at Sale, who couldn't beat Pariano, who got killed last week.
It's a great bet.
It seems an outstanding bet. The one to bob up and get us right in the snuffy is number 3, Eluding, but
Definitely.
really keen to launch at Lombardo. It's my best bet of the weekend. Morpurville, race 5, number 2, Lombardo. My value can be race 9, number 8 at Flemington. Kurame, Peter, what have you got for the punters at home?
I've got no markets to bet on.
Great work, Peter. Thank you for being with us today. Josh?
We've crunched the data around the country, and it looks
Out
like
wide, real wide.
out at Charleville, which Curly might be able to help us with, is race 5, number 1, Mazzani Wrangler. Looks like a bet out at Charleville. So if you can get a bet on there,
Say what, race and number and horse number?
race 5, number 1.
Race 5, number 1. Hopefully it goes a little bit better than
Please
Curly's
consult.
Goldsmith.
Please consult Curly before betting.
Oh, a lot of head noise over there. That's us punters. Head to littlebirdiepod.com if you want to join us in the Punters Club. We'll be streaming from here all day. Thank you, Ross. Anything else, Peter? Themailbag.com.au if you want to get Peter to hold your hand with the gropers. Again, it's a reference to Western Australia, not his personal habits. Anything else? No? I'm scared of you a bit. Have a good weekend.